Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, Dayton Squad. So on today's video is from the Department of Tourism update when the IATF is asked to authorize the entry of foreign nationals into the country. Details coming right. So it's been over a year for foreign tourists to be allowed entry into the Philippines since this pandemic starts. And this category has always been part of the travel restrictions of the Philippine government to all inbound passengers to the Philippines. So last Tuesday, Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo-Puyat has really expressed to all policymakers to permit foreign nationals to enter the country once more. And to me, it all makes sense for foreign tourists to be allowed entry into the Philippines once again. Because it's not like they're just coming into the country and roam around. They still have to go through a strict mandatory arrival protocols in Manila or in Cebu or in Clark International Airport. They have to stay at least 7 days in a hotel for quarantine, and they also have to undergo swab testing before they are cleared to go home. And once they are home, they still have to complete the mandatory 14 days quarantine by the Philippine government. So I don't really think foreign tourists would bring a lot of viruses here in the Philippines. Having the strict arrival mandatory protocols in Manila, Cebu, or Clark International Airport is really imposed, and making sure that you are not infected with the virus or get somebody infected when you are cleared to go home. The Department of Tourism hopes that the travel sector's record of posting zero outbreaks would convince policymakers to permit the entry of foreign nationals. Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo-Puyat said tourism enterprises have complied with every health protocol set by the government, proof of which is the sector has yet to witness an outbreak since reopening to domestic tourists last year. Puyat asked policymakers at the Interagency Task Force for Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, or IATF, to consider tourism's reputation in managing risk when they assess the proposal to reopen borders to foreign visitors. I am confident that our colleagues at the IATF would look at the fact that there was no outbreak due to tourism. When they do, I hope they finally allow foreign tourists to enter our country, Puyat said in a radio interview last Sunday. The sector is struggling to see light in the pandemic tunnel, especially now that Metro Manila is placed under lockdown. Further, the government has yet to indicate when it plans to reopen borders to foreign travelers. So there you go. It's just proof that there was no outbreak due to tourism with the COVID-19 that is going on in the country. Me, for my personal experience, when me and my husband went home to the Philippines last year, we had to go through 21 days quarantine in the Philippines. Yes, you heard it right. Not 14 days, but 21 days quarantine. They are very strict to those travelers coming into the Philippines, coming from abroad, that you really have to go through swab testing, strict mandatory quarantine. But the problem is they don't do the same policy to their local community, which the local transmission has started. Just like, for example, here in General Santos City. When we went home last year, there was no local transmission. But OFWs and non-OFWs has to go through the strict health protocol imposed by General Santos City. You have to undergo rapid testing on the 7th day after you arrive in General Santos City. Then you have to continue your quarantine until your 21 days mandatory quarantine is completed. That is actually good because they are very serious in fighting this virus. The problem is they don't implement the same strict mandatory protocol to the local community, in which most of the time the surge of COVID-19 will start. So I don't really think OFWs, non-OFWs, foreign nationals getting into the country are bringing the virus from abroad. It's just that there are local communities here in the Philippines that are hard-headed, that doesn't follow health protocol, that are so complacent. Now that we have the vaccine, the virus is gone. No, you still have to follow safety health protocols whether or not you are vaccinated with COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine doesn't guarantee you that you will not get infected with the virus. You will still get infected by it. So we really have to follow safety health protocols. But for me, it's about due time for foreign tourists to be allowed entry into the country because it has been so long since they have been allowed to enter the country. And this has been the most affected category of travelers to the Philippines, especially to those who are on long-distance relationship that are still boyfriend-girlfriends, fiancés, but has plans on getting married but postponed and canceled because of the pandemic. I really hope the Philippine government would reconsider, especially to those foreign tourists who is in a relationship with a Filipino national, to be allowed entry into the Philippines so they will be reunited once more and they can pursue their plan to tie the knot and be together once more. So hopefully this gets approved by the Iatf, and I will definitely keep you guys updated when this announcement is posted. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family whom you know that can use this video as reference. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We do travel updates, and if you are not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be notified on updates like this. And to our subscribers and new subscribers, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel, the INT'L Squad. I hope to see you guys on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.